But basically, the whole idea about making quality proteins is cooking things low and slow, cooking things at a low temperature, keeping the meat tender. If you cook meats or fish at too high of a heat, then the protein can be denatured, be hard to digest. So you always want to cook things at a lower heat. That doesn't mean you don't ever use higher heats. Sometimes higher heats, you use higher heat to seal in the flavor, and to put a crust on a roasted chicken or something like that. But basically, the bulk of your cooking you want to cook at low and slow heats to keep the good oils intact and to keep the protein intact as well. When you buy grass-fed or pasture-raised animals, not only are you supporting a better system, a system that's more natural, the way animals are supposed to be raised, but you're getting a more nutritious product as well. Grass-fed meat, because the chickens or cows or pigs or whatever are outside under the sun, they're actually absorbing more vitamin D. So there's more vitamin D in the fat, very important. Most of our meat these days does not have enough vitamin D. When animals are grazing on grasses, they're also getting lots of amino acids. So that makes their meat rich in tryptophan and other amino acids, which boost serotonin and other neurotransmitters, which make you feel good, healthy, happy, relaxed, calm, confident. So you don't need antidepressants or other drugs, basically. So what happens when we don't eat that kind of food? If we eat factory farm-raised meat, which is most of the meat that's out there, this is coming from animals that are living their life in confinement. They're living indoors. They're eating very poor quality food. They're crowded. They're unhappy. They're polluting the environment greatly. And we're basically eating that energy, eating that kind of meat, eating that product, eating what those animals have eaten, like genetically engineered corn and soybeans. Has anybody seen that movie King Corn? Yes. Okay, so do you remember the part where these two guys tested a piece of their hair in a laboratory, and the scientist told them that their makeup was like 67% corn, because they'd been eating all these hot dogs and hamburgers and corn syrup, and all the meat that they'd been eating was basically corn, because animals are eating corn all the time. So basically people are like mostly corn nowadays. Not quality corn either, but pesticide-laden, genetically engineered corn, not heirloom, wonderful varieties of corn. So, and that's related to heart disease. We're getting the wrong ratio of omega-6, omega-3, where when you eat grass-fed animals, grass-fed meats, you get the proper ratio. And so it's really important to seek out the right kind of meat, and really the best place to find this is usually at the farmer's market, farm shares, going to the farms. In Austin, you can get these kinds of meats at People's Pharmacy. Whole Foods has some. They have some grass-fed meat. They have Betsy Ross. They have some local rancher type meats. So know that is really like a power food, a health food, a wild food, where conventional raised meat is really, could be very detrimental to your health, just like conventional dairy and conventional eggs. Learning in this subject is experiential. You got to learn yesterday how to slow cook meats, so we're going to do that again today. We're going to be making ossobuco with the slow-cooked beef, and it's traditionally made with veal, but we're going to make it with beef. We're also going to make lamb patties, and then we're also going to make fish as well for lunch, salmon and sablefish and halibut. So we'll learn more about making proteins when we're actually making food together. Thanks so much for watching. Please stay tuned for more cooking videos. And if you like this video, please rate it and subscribe to this channel. You can learn more about my classes and workshops on my website, thebarefootcook.com, www.thebarefootcook.com. Thanks.